Hi, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Jones again, and this week we are going to introduce our last unit for sixth grade math, which is called Equations and Inequalities. So if you watched last week's video lesson, we introduced the word equation when we were talking about how expressions can only be simplified and cannot be solved because they don't have an equal sign. So an equation is what we call a mathematical sentence that does have an equal sign. And they go along with what are called inequalities that use four different symbols that we're going to talk about next. So the first symbol should look familiar to you. This is the symbol for greater than. And other words that you would see that tell you we're talking about greater than would be words like more than or exceeds. And an example of when we would use greater than in our regular lives outside of math class would be something like this, where we say, Mrs. Nussbaum's dog weighs more than 50 pounds. Right, this would be an example of greater than because I could say D for her dog is greater than 50. I don't know the exact weight of Mrs. Nussbaum's dog, but I know that he's big and then I know that he weighs more than 50 pounds. So that's an example of greater than. The opposite of that one is this symbol. This is less than, and one way to tell which one's greater than and which one's less than, if you get stuck on which one is which, is this one. If you try to make it with your hand, so if you try to make it with like your thumb and your index finger, it makes an L if you tilt it up. Okay, so this is less than because it makes an L. Another word for less than would be something like fewer than, and an example would be children under age 2 can fly for free on many airlines. Okay, so C, children under less than 2 can fly for free on most airlines because they don't need a seat. They sit with their parent. Okay, now these next two are probably unfamiliar to you, so we're going to talk through those a little bit more in depth. Okay, if we look at this symbol, you're probably noticing, well, that's the symbol for greater than, and then there's that line underneath. Okay, that line underneath is half an equal sign because this symbol is greater than or equal to. Okay, that might sound weird. I'll give you an example in a minute. So greater than or equal to, other words for that would be things like at least or no less than. Now that might be tricky because least and less make us think that we should be using less than, but if you think about something like at least, that's saying that's the lowest amount, that's the minimum, so everything else has to be greater than it. So that's why those two words or phrases mean greater than or equal to. An example is, to ride the monster at Adventureland, you must be at least 48 inches tall. Now, let's think through that. If you are 48 inches tall, can you go on the ride? Yes, because you have to be at least. That's the lowest you can be. If you are 48 inches, you can go on the ride. That's that equal to part. Okay, it can be equal to 48. Otherwise, it has to be greater than 48. So if you're 50 inches tall, you can ride the monster. If you're 60 inches tall, you can ride the monster. But if you're less than 48 inches tall, so if you're 40 inches tall, you cannot ride the monster. So our inequality would be something like H is greater than or equal to 48. And the opposite of this sign is less than or equal to. So again, less than makes that L with the half an equal sign. So less than or equal to. Other words for this one would be at most or no more than. And then an example is speed limits. So the speed limit in front of school is 25 miles per hour. That means if you are legally following the speed limit, you can drive 25 miles per hour at your maximum speed, or you can drive less than that. It would be legal to drive 20 miles per hour. You should not drive 50 miles per hour out in front of school. You would get a ticket for that. Okay, so I want you to think about which inequality would you use in these situations. Would you use greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to? The maximum height for the Chick-fil-A play place is 54 inches. This is an example of less than or equal to. Okay, 54 inches is the tallest that you can be, so your height needs to be less than or equal to 54 inches. Here's our next one. To vote, you must be 18 years or older. This one is greater than or equal to. When you are 18, you can vote. When you are older than 18, you can vote, but anything under 18, you cannot vote. Wells Fargo Arena sits more than 16,000 people. This one is greater than. Hopefully you've picked up on this phrase. More than is another word for greater than. And Mrs. Gall's dog weighs less than 6 pounds. That one is definitely less than. It even says that. And here's a picture for Sophie for you, because she has a very, very small dog. And we know a lot of students want to see what her dog actually looks like. So next, we're going to talk about determining truth or true and false when we're talking about equations and inequalities. So true or false? When 2n plus 8 equals 10, when n equals 1. Okay, does 2n plus 8 equal 10 when n equals 1? Now the easiest way to figure out if this is true or false is going to be to take this number that we are told that the variable equals and substitute it into our equation. This is really similar to when we were evaluating expressions. So if n equals 1, we're going to take the 1 and put it in n's place, so it'll look like this. Remember, this means 2 times n, so 2 times 1 plus 8. Does that equal 10? Well, we just evaluate to see if that's true. So 2 times 1 is 2, and then 2 plus 8 is 10, and does 10 equal 10? Yes, it does, so this is true. All right, so we just evaluate it to figure out whether our very last line is true or false. Here's our next one. Is 5r minus 2 greater than 13 when r equals 3? Okay, this is greater than. So 5r minus 2 is greater than 13 when r equals 3. Again, we're going to take that 3 and substitute it in to the r's place. So it looks like this. 5 times 3 minus 2 needs to be greater than 13. All right, so we start to evaluate. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 2 is 13. Now, is 13 greater than 13? No. This is false. 13 is not greater than 13. If it said greater than or equal to, then it would be a true statement. But because it just says greater than, this is not true. This is false. 13 is not greater than 13. Okay? Next one, y minus 12 is greater than or equal to 8 when y equals 20. Again, take the 20, substitute it in to the y's place, so it looks like 20 minus 12 is greater than or equal to 8. So we start to evaluate. 20 minus 12 is 8. Is 8 greater than or equal to 8? Yes, this one is true because of the or equal to sign. Okay, because it's greater than or equal to, and these are equal, then it's true. Right, and one more. Is 8w less than 30 when w equals 4? Okay, take your 4, substitute it into where the w is. So we have 8 times 4 is less than 30. 8 times 4 is 32. Is 32 less than 30? No, that is false. 32 is not less than 30. Right? You will try some of those on the independent practice, and you'll have some of them in the check-in as well. All right, next we're going to talk about naming solutions to inequalities, and I'm going to start you off with a contest. So if you want to do this contest, pause it and set a timer on your phone or something for about 30 seconds and see how well you can do. So our contest says you have 30 seconds to list as many numbers greater than 3 as you can. So if you would like to do this, just pause and set a timer for 30 seconds and list as many numbers as you can that are greater than 3. Okay. How many do you think that you could come up with? Do you think you would come up with 10 or 20 or 30? If our maximum, if we can write one number per second, then we would write 30 numbers. Did we list all of the numbers? Probably not, because how many numbers are there that are greater than 3? There's a lot of numbers. Okay, we can start at 4 and count by whole numbers all the way up, We could also include decimals like 3.1 and 3.2 and 3.3, and even things like 3.01. All of those are greater than 3. So how many numbers would be greater than 3? Okay. That's our big question for this unit, is how many solutions does an inequality have? How many numbers are greater than 3? How many numbers are less than 10? Okay, don't forget about negative numbers. So this is what I like to call the Buzz Lightyear question, because how many solutions does an inequality have? They all have infinite solutions, like Buzz Lightyear says, to infinity and beyond. Okay? All inequalities have infinite solutions. We could list the numbers that are greater than 3 forever and never run out of numbers. Okay? So what we do instead is we just give a couple of possible solutions. So if I have this inequality, this is g is greater than 8. What are some numbers that g could be? What are some numbers that are greater than 8? We could use 9, 10, 11, 12, and so on. We could use 8.1, 8.5, and so on. Anything that is greater than 8. Could we use 8? No. Okay, 8 is not greater than 8. What do you think for this one? R is less than or equal to 5. What are some possible numbers that R could be here? On this one, R could be 5 because it has the or equal to. So 5 is less than or equal to 5. We could use 4, 3, 0, -2, -10. We could use 4.5. We could use 1.2. We could use anything that is less than or equal to 5. Could be R. Okay, our next one is C is less than 0. What are two possible numbers that C could be so that C is less than 0? Okay, that one's tricky. Don't forget the negative side of the number line. So C could be -1, -2, -3, could be anything that's negative. Okay, but it can't be anything that's positive, and it cannot be 0. Okay, and our last one, this one is a little tricky because the inequality is kind of written backwards. We're going to see the variable on the left-hand side like on these ones most of the time, but we can flip them around and we just have to read this really carefully. So 11 is greater than or equal to k. Okay, so what are two numbers that k could be so that 11 is greater than or equal to k? The first number that I thought of was 11 because of that or equal to piece. So 11 is greater than or equal to 11. Or 11 is greater than what number? So 11 is greater than 10 or 9 or 8 or 0 or -5. Okay, so all of those would be possible solutions for this one. But when it's written kind of backwards from what we usually see, be really, really careful thinking about those. All right, so what to do next? Go back and rewatch this video as many times as you need to. Then please try the independent practice that's posted on Classroom. You don't have to turn it in, but it's really helpful for you to make sure that you're understanding something or tell you if you should go back and rewatch parts of this video. Then check that practice with the answer key so that you know how you did, and then you can complete that check-in that's on Google Classroom last. Again, your teacher will see it and give you some feedback, but it is not a grade. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day, and let us know if you need anything. Bye!